Now then guys, my name is Mythicalitycosplay and welcome to, I don't even want to call this a makeup tutorial because tutorial implies that I know what I'm doing in any way, shape or form, and I really don't. So this is just a getting into Junko makeup. I might learn something, you might learn something, we all might learn something. But yes, I'm very excited. I have been very kindly gifted with Spectrum brushes. They are so freaking pretty. This is like the 30-piece brush set. I'll include the link in the description. And oh my goodness, look at the pretty. Oh god, they're just so freaking pretty. The pink, the purpley blue, and my god, they are so soft. I'm just leave me here with the brushes. This is my bed now. But yeah, there's a lot of blooming brushes in here. This is 30, like the set of whoa. And let's just say in my like day-to-day routine of getting into makeup, I use a lot less brushes than this. So I'm obviously not going to be able to use all of these to get into Junko, but I'm still just going to play around with them and see. Look, I have a handy list here of what they're actually used for, because each one has like a little number on it, as you can see there. And that tells you what it's actually for. So A01, A brushes are application brushes apparently, and A01 is large domed powder. So I assume this is a powder brush. Very pretty. It's so fluffy. Like I said, I am no way a professional. This is all just going to be for fun, and as a big massive thank you to Spectrum for sending me these. So as you can see, I don't have any makeup on apart from some very basic concealer just to get rid of them Gucci eye bags. And of course this is when the bin men decide to come and my window's open, so it's just going to be hella loud. We'll be right back. Okay, I finally think they've gone enough, at least, for them to not be just like banging and crashing outside my window. But anyway, so we're going to start off with AO3, which is no, not the fanfiction site. This is an oval foundation brush. Normally when I put foundation on, I literally just use one of these. Please ignore how like rank this one is, but like I just use a little dabby sponge. So this will be a whole new experience for me as well. I don't think I've ever put foundation on with a brush before. So I'm very lily pale, so the shade that I just use is like an ivory color, and let's go. This is like, I think I've only ever had my like makeup professionally done like twice in my life, and both times they used brushes. So anybody who's watching this who is professional, please do not be upset by the fact that literally I am just kind of slapping it on. I don't know if there's a technique to it. I seem to be using brushes kind of makes it, you use a lot more, or maybe it's just again because I am not a professional. So let's not reveal the 5 head just yet. But first thoughts, these brushes are just so freaking soft. This one seems to be working really well. I can't see any streaks. I don't know if it's because I am literally blind. I don't have my glasses on. I have to squint a little. But yeah, for me, this seems to be working pretty freaking well. So the wig is going to be covering up most of my forehead, thank God, because it is like, you could play football on this head. But I'm just going to put a little bit of makeup on just in case any does peek through the wig. Okay, so first impression, it does definitely feel very like a lot smoother than when I put it on with a sponge. So hey, well done Spectrum brushes. Ignore the contrast between like neck and thingy, and ignore how like orangey it might look. I'm using a ring light, so it's just going to be extremely like deer in a headlights type of thing until I get it all like on. It's a process, trust the process. So this is A18, which is a concealer brush, basically oval concealer. I've already put like a tiny little bit on, but I do when I'm getting into like a heavy makeup like this, I do just put a tiny little more on the bags, because bags for days. Ooh, the brush does really make it nice actually. Hey look, that already looks better. Like, what witchcraft are you? So I'm gonna go in with my AO1 big powder brush and just set. Oh, it's so cute and fluffy. Just set some of the foundation. Again, I probably have like professional makeup artists screaming at me right now that like, that's not how you do it. But I don't know. This is all just me making it up as I go along. This is what I do. Normally when I'm putting on heavy makeup, I will set it before and after. So for contour, I would usually use like quite an angled brush, but like a similar, what's this? An A26. That's closer to the thing that I would normally use. An A26 is a luxe paddle. I don't know what that is. We're gonna trust the process. We're gonna trust it. Because it's for TikTok, I'm gonna be using like a heavy contour. Yep, so let's do this. Hollow them cheekbones out. Do I just blend it with this, or is there another fancy brush that I'm meant to use? Like, what's this? B05. Precise buffer. Hey, I knew that this one was going to be some kind of buffer. I am learning. And then I also put it underneath my jaw. Actually give myself a jawline. I have to pull the stupid faces. So I have a big forehead and I want to bring it all the way down, so just contour it pretty deep. The wig's going to be covering up most of it, but I just like to be safe. So now just contour my nose. I do have a fairly large nose, fairly like wide, so I try and taper that down a little. I'm deciding to use this, which is A3, which is a short smudge. Again, I don't know if this is the right one for me to actually go with, but it looks like the one that I would normally go for. So let's do this. I'm really short-sighted, so I'm leaning in right to my mirror. I do apologize if I'm just like suddenly in your face. So this is how I personally contour my nose. I've learned from a couple of like makeup tutorials on YouTube and just from a few other like cosplayers and things. And let's put some highlight just right down the center. What's this? B03. This is a baby buffer. Someone fetch me a baby. Ooh, this is nice. Feels good. I could literally just fall asleep to this. Again, no idea if this is for the right thing, but that's the joy of makeup and just makeup process. I think there's no right or wrong ways to do like a lot of makeup. It's just kind of all about having fun with it, expressing yourself with it. Before I started doing TikToks and things like that, I would never in a million years have like just messed around with makeup. It was just, I very rarely wore much to it. Or what I did, I just wore really badly. So this 805 is Precision Blush. With Junko, last time I've done her makeup, I've made like her blush very pink, I've made her eyeshadow very pink. This time I kind of want to go a little bit more on the, just kind of taper that down a little bit, because she doesn't actually seem to wear like any pink makeup that I could see when I kind of like scrutinize it a little more. Her like eyeliner is just quite heavy black, like eyeshadow and things like that, so I'm going to stick with that, but I am going to use a little bit of blush just because I'm pale. So a technique that I really like to do with blush is to bring it right up like to my like the cheekbones, almost around my eyes. It's a very like 80s looking makeup inspiration and I just really like it. I like the way it looks. I think it brings your face kind of up and it's just, I love it. A07 is a color applicator. It seems wrong to be using a color applicator to put like black on, but hey, it's a color, I guess. And this is where it becomes clear how freaking hooded my eyes are. So it's just like, la la la, makeup, boop boop boop, open your eyes, it just immediately vanishes. So I have to kind of really pack it in there. So I'm trying to almost do is create almost like a natural is create an eyeshadow cat's eye. I don't know. I'm happy with that. And then I'm just gonna find a nice buffer and blend it in. So what's this? Ooh, so B07 is a blended crease, it's a tapered crease blender. And because I do have very, like I said, hooded eyes, this might be perfect. Oh my goodness, that does work really well. Just to like stop it being so harsh in the crease. And then I am just gonna use a little bit of color, just a nice sparkly color. And then I'm just using B10 mini blender to add a little bit more black on those edges. And now done brows. So again, you can't really see Junko's eyes because A, of the wig, and she does have very like thin pointed ones. So I'm just going to use the A24. The posh name for this is Brow Styler. I love these so much. They're my favorite brushes. And I'm going to use my little concealer brush again. Just shape those brows up and also give it almost some highlight. Oh, and I've got A27, which is a precision pencil. So I'm gonna use some white right on the tip, on the insides of my eye. I can hear a bee. Fuck off. I'm gonna do a little bit of highlight, top of my cheekbones. Make it bright enough to blind your enemies. And that was B08, which is the highlight brush. Goodness, I hate putting on lashes, I hate it. I tried using tweezers and like proper like applicators and it just doesn't work for me at all. They just go bloop, or poke me in the eye or fly off or whatever. But actually I did those actually pretty well. So here we are. And once again, just finish off with some powder and set it all. So this is it obviously finished without my wig and everything on. I will obviously show you what it looks like with the entire costume and stuff after I finish just finishing up here. But oh my goodness, I am so impressed with these brushes. It's like, these are all the ones that I haven't used just in that set. So there's so many. I haven't got a freaking clue what you're supposed to do with any of them. Like, look at this one. Look at it, it's so tiny. Like, what would you put with that? Oh, I could put little cute ass freckles on with this. Ooh, I may have to do that. Maybe Junko with freckles coming up. I just love this. I am so impressed. They're really, they feel like really good quality. Do you know what I mean? I've used some brushes in the past that just felt really just synthetic and quite bristly and just hard, but these feel lovely. They're so soft. I'm very impressed. I am definitely going to use this to put my foundation on, like just day to day as well from now on. And it came in this cute ass little bag. So thank you so much to Spectrum for these brushes. I really can't thank you enough. They are incredible. Thank you so much. I actually feel like I learned something and I hope that you guys learned something too. And I can't wait to get finished into Junko and see how it looks all together. So thank you guys. Bye.